Good morning. Ah, so let's hope that you can hear me. And I also have there it is. Okay. I got a new webcam and I think I'm making it angry by moving around. Hello. So as I get adjusted, I'm going to be looking just a little bit at myself and I apologize. But I want to make sure that I am getting this completely right. And it's a strange angle, and that's okay. Welcome back. I hope that you had a beautiful, wonderful Christmas. Now we know as Catholics that it is still the Christmas season and it is up until January the 6th. Anybody who doesn't understand that part, because I know a lot of Christians do 12 days of Christmas prior to church. Christmas is what I just learned fairly recently. I didn't know that. I just assumed everybody knew that 12 days of Christmas started Christmas and ended at the Epiphany when the wise men visited baby Jesus. But no, apparently it's before. But actually, if you look into the roots of the 12 days of Christmas, the song, you'll actually learn a little bit about the truth of it all. But anyway, I digress. I am prone to do, as many people, including my husband especially, know that I do. It is Monday morning in that strange, nebulous time between Christmas and New Year's. Everybody complains about it every single year. I have always kind of felt that it was more like a magical time. Yeah, it goes really fast, and this year it's not going to. Our nebulous time doesn't actually start until the 28th because my son's birthday is 2 days after Christmas. So from Christmas until my son's birthday, it's actually quite structured. Poor kid has to share his birthday with Christmas. That's a lot of presents, right? So he just turned 9. I'm fine. It's my baby. And that's awesome. He's growing up. He's so stinking cute. But today's live stream is not about that. It's about recalibrating ourselves to loving Mondays. That's what I'm going to do. It's my focus ever since the Monday was 2 weeks ago. When I first started talking about not rushing through the week just to get to the 2 days at the end of the week, reprogramming your brain to love Mondays. Number one, makes your weekend slow down. No joke. Because when I was in my 20s and early 30s, and I was working the same job. So, everything during the week was very similar, and that makes time feel uncomfortably fast. And I would have this strange, and it felt like it was always Sunday night. I'm like, it's Sunday night again. It's Sunday night again. Every single week, it's Sunday night. Felt like all the time was Sunday night. And that's when it sparked the conversation with my mother that you have to stop wishing through the week. Don't wish your life away. And then I started thinking, well, you know what? She's absolutely right. How miserable is it for me to sit there and think every Sunday night, it's Sunday night again. I have to go back to work. Mm-hmm. So what I did, it starts with little small things. You want to find a part in the day that you like, and you focus on that. The whole idea, really the biggest foundational piece to how I teach mindset is the small things. Because when you start looking at the small things, you're going to start that the RAS, the RAS system in your brain will start picking up other small things that you like. Oh, I love this. Or there are certain points in the day, certain activities I would do at work that I really enjoyed and I looked forward to, or I requested that I get to do. Anything that involved working through I want to say piles, large piles of things because everything's digital now. There aren't actual piles, but we would have like lists and lists and lists of things that needed to be gone through. And I enjoyed tearing those down and finishing those. So I'd start with like those little things, little side projects that I could get into at work that I enjoyed. And if you know anything about the corporate world, those little side jobs start to accelerate and you get more and more of them, especially if you get really, really good at doing those things. It's always good to become valuable, make yourself valuable wherever you are, anywhere in your life, make yourself valuable. And then people will come to you for things and anything really. This works for anything. And so you want to build up these little banks of priorities for yourself that you enjoy. And then you can learn to look forward to those. And the more you look forward to those little things, the more little things seem to, I mean, really, when you get your brain moving, these little things start seem like magic. Try the yellow car experiment. Say, for next time you see a yellow car, make a mental note of it. So look at that yellow car because you don't see yellow cars. They're all like white, blue, black. That seems to be the predominant color. But they seem, I mean, they are. Most people don't like flashy cars, but there are more other colors out there than you realize. I haven't done the yellow card experiment in a really long time. And now they're like, I see yellow cars everywhere. And it's really cool. So try that. Make a note, say, I want to see a yellow car. And throughout the week and every week after that, you're going to start seeing yellow cars. It'll be like, they're like lit up because your brain's like, oh, look, there's a yellow car. Because your brain is taking in everything around you all of the time, all of the time. You consciously are only taking in 0.001% of everything that's coming in because your brain is trying to protect you from the overwhelm. And sometimes it protects you too much and you miss things. And then when you focus on the negatives, your brain feeds you more of that negative because it really believes that is what you want. So here we are in the middle of this nebulous time. And we can train our brains to look at this week as the most magical, family oriented time of the entire year. I have a goal, especially for January. My daughter and I this week are going to start planning out our whole month of January, all of our food. I'm bringing upstairs every single one of my cookbooks. Now, I've told you before, I'm miserable at cooking, but I have like 400 cookbooks because when I like something, I buy books on the subject. So I have everything I need. And more than likely, you probably have everything you need. What she and I are going to do is we're going to sit down because we're making January a no eat out January. We are not going to eat out one bit. I also plan on doing warm breakfasts every morning. This is a plan. I'm really hoping that I stick to it. It won't work for my son because he doesn't like that kind of stuff. He wants straight up cereal, and that is all. So this week, all about planning for 2026. But it's also about slowing down. All of our electronics are going to be limited severely this week. It's a holiday week. The kids are not at school. You're not being homeschooled. So technically, they could just run wild and do whatever they want in the house. But this week is all about slowing down, doing crafts or Legos. We've got lots of Legos from Santa, and learning how to cook. My personal goal is I've got my 2026 binder by Blessed Is She, and I'm going to start planning at least January into February because I don't know when to announce this. I'm too excited. I have a program coming out. So stay tuned. If you are not on my mailing list please jump onto it, because then you will be the first to know the early bird price when it's launching, all of the lovely details, because I am really, really excited about this. It's like God gives me these ideas and the Holy Spirit, and I love it. And it just came across another layer to this. So you're going to want to get on this. It's going to be all mindset, but through the lens of a specific saint whose podcast I have not put out yet. I wrote a blog in the podcast because I feel like it needs to be so perfect that it's hanging me up. This is one of the issues with ADHD is when you have a really brilliant idea and you want it to be utterly perfect, you get stuck. And I am stuck. I have to put this out. This happened when I was writing Rin Raven. I got stuck because I wanted her to be so incredibly perfect. Everything else fell by the wayside. And she just sat there waiting for me. This podcast is just sitting, waiting for me. I'm going to put it out tonight. And I hope that this was helpful. And remember, you are a beloved daughter of the Lord. He loves you, and I love you. And I hope that you can slow down this strange week. Don't worry about what day it is, and just enjoy it and enjoy your family. Lots of love. Bye.